happy and smart developers, welcome to the coding board. This is brand new session of series UI technologies, and I am very excited to share few more important points about UI technologies. So let's begin the session. But before starting today's session, I want to revise few important points from our previous session. What are those important points? Please pay attention because these points are very important to learn UI technology. So, first we have learned what is hypertext. Hypertext is a digital text with embedded hyperlinks. Hypertext is a digital text with embedded hyperlinks. For example, this is my name Mohsin and I am embedding link in this text with the help of anchor tag. Okay, so this is hypertext. Hypertext is a digital text with embedded hyperlinks. Now let's move on. Hypertext is used to switch user from one location to another while navigating information. Hypertext, what is the purpose of hypertext? That is most important thing. Hypertext is used to switch from one location to another while navigating information. For example, suppose you are reading one particular document and this information is very huge. This information is huge. So but author can give you links, hyperlinks, nothing but digital text through which user can navigate from one location to another location in that particular document for better understanding and to read that document in short span of time. Okay, so this is actual use of hypertext. Now let's move forward. What is markup language? I also have explained what is markup language. Markup language is a standard text encoding system. Markup language is a standard text encoding system which is consist of set of symbols. These symbols are embedded in document. Why these symbols are embedded in document? To control structure of the document, format of the document, and it also controls relationship between different parts of the document. Now next point, markup language have some special codes. Markup language have some special codes which modifies the behavior of the normal text. For example, I want to display some content. I want to display some content. So this content is in plain text, but I want to highlight this content. So I will use h1 tag. Okay. Now this content will be highlighted. So this content is plain text, but behavior of this content is highlighting. Similarly, I can change behavior of this content with another HTML symbol. Symbol is nothing but special quote. So I will use B tag to represent this content in bold. In this way, with the help of markup language, which provides special symbols, with the help of those symbols, we can control behavior of the plain text. Now, let's move forward. HTML is series of elements. HTML. Hypertext markup language is series of elements. Already I have explained what is element, and each element is combination of plain text and markup symbol. Let me help you. Suppose this is some information or content, and now here I am using I tag. Okay, so this content will be represented in italic. Correct, this content will be represented in italic. So this combination of special code of markup language and this content combinedly called as element. What is it? Element. Okay, now here this is special code, nothing but markup language symbol, or we can say tag. Okay, and this is plain text. So HTML is series of elements. Each element is combination of plain text and markup symbol. So these few points are very important to learn HTML, hypertext markup language. Now let's move on. Markup symbol are nothing but tags. Already I have explained markup symbols are nothing but tags, or we can call it as special symbols, or we can call it as special codes. Okay, now let's move on. There are two types of tags. Paired and unpaired. For example, br tag. So br tag is used to break the line. Okay, so this is unpaired tag, there is no closing, only opening is there. And there is another tag, h1, which is used to highlight the content, or we can say that to give heading to show heading. Suppose here in this document only, this is our heading, correct? So length of or height or width of this uh, content is bigger than this document, correct? So similarly, to make particular content as heading, we use h1 tag. So there is closing tag is necessary. So h1 is heading tag, which is paired tag, and br is unpaired tag. Now let's move forward. So with the help of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, what we can do, we can design a website is nothing but collection of web pages. Now let's understand difference between HTML, CSS and JavaScript. We have already learned that with the help of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, we can design website. But there has to be particular difference in between HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Correct? What is that difference that we need to understand clearly? So here HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all these three technologies are used to develop website is nothing but collection of web pages. Now HTML is used to give content of the web page, and CSS is used to represent that content in particular format or in particular decoration. Correct? For decoration purpose, for example, we are using cement and iron to build a building. Correct? but only building is not important. We need to give color also to make it beautiful, so that it will look beautiful. So HTML is used to give content of the web page, and CSS is used to represent that content in particular presentation. Now, what is JavaScript? JavaScript is used to give functionality. Let me help you to understand these three things with one layman language example. What is that? That is example. I am taking one example of, suppose I am going to build one house. So suppose this is my house. So I have built this house with the help of cement and iron. With the help of cement and iron. This is window, let's say. Okay. So only this particular building is not important. Only building is not important. What is important? I should give good color also. I should give good color also. So I am giving yellow color. Okay, I am giving yellow color. And here I am giving some design. Okay, like this. And here I am doing some design. My drawing is not that much good, so please don't focus on my drawing. Please focus on the concept, because concept is power. Concept is important. So what we have done, we have built one normal house, but that house is not enough. Then later we gave some color, we gave some design. Correct. So in this way, this particular content is our HTML. With the help of HTML, we can create HTML page, nothing but web page. But with the help of CSS, we can give decoration to that particular web page, how it should look like. Correct. But only home and only design is not important. There are lots of things like water supply, and there should be electricity in my house. What is that? That is functionality. That is functionality in my home. Correct. So we can give decoration with the help of CSS, and with the help of JavaScript, we can give functionality to that web page. And with the help of CSS, we can decorate that HTML page. So this is just content. HTML is used to give content of that particular HTML page, nothing but web page. Hope you have understood this particular concept. Now let's move forward. Don't worry if you have not understood, I will give more clarity. So widget plus information will be given by HTML. Decoration will be provided by CSS, and dynamic functionality, user interaction, and data manipulation will be done with the help of JavaScript. Let me help you to understand this point clearly. So HTML is used to give widget. What is widget? Suppose you are visiting particular website, so there you will have to log in first. Correct. Or suppose there is one new user who want to create his account in Facebook. So what he will do, he will click on sign up button. After clicking on sign up button, he will see one form where he need to enter his name, surname, age, date of birth, and gender also. So those are those things, those input boxes and choice boxes, male or female or other, correct. So those choice boxes, this input box, or after finishing the complete form, he will click on submit button, correct. So all these are nothing but widgets. Okay, all these are nothing but widgets. Let me help you to understand with one simple layman language example. What is that? I want to create home. So with the help of cement and iron, I will create home. But window is there, door is there, kitchen table is there. So these are different things in my home. Those are nothing but widgets. Okay. Just for understanding purpose, I am giving this example. Okay. So similarly, in web page, we have particular text box to input data. We have particular checkbox to select particular option. We have radio button to fill particular option. We have particular button to submit that particular information after filling the form. So all these radio buttons, checkbox, input text, and submit button, all are comes under widgets. Okay. And before that widget, you will see some label here, correct. Name, okay, surname, correct. This male, female, other, these are labels. So these are nothing but information. So with the help of HTML, what we can get? We can get widgets plus information. Now we need to decorate that particular page. That page should look very good, attractable, correct. For that purpose, we will do some decoration. How we will do that decoration? We will do that decoration with the help of CSS, with the help of CSS. Now only widgets and decoration is not enough. There should be functionality. Suppose there is one input box to enter number, and user is entering only 9 digits, correct. 2 to 4, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Do you think, is this valid number? Is there any 9 digit number? No, correct. That should be validated. How that validation will be done? That is nothing but functionality. That is nothing but functionality. So that validation functionality will be provided by JavaScript. Understood? Now, suppose user want to interact. After clicking this submit button, this data which I have filled in this input box has to be submitted to somewhere in server. That should be happen after clicking this button submit. Where is that logic is written? That logic is written with the help of JavaScript. Okay, so user can interact with the help of JavaScript, and after clicking on submit button, I will get one pop-up box, or I will get one confirmation message saying that your information submitted successfully. Suppose some information is coming. So what is that? that is automatically coming new information in my screen, correct? That is nothing but manipulation of content, and that information will be in deco will come with particular decoration, correct? So that manipulation will be done with the help of JavaScript only. So now you have very good understanding about HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and what is the difference between HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Let me repeat once again for better understanding. HTML will provide content. HTML will provide content of the web page. Content is nothing but widget plus information, and CSS will provide decoration to that particular information, to that particular content. Now only content and decoration is not important, we need functionality, we need some functionality to validate number, we need functionality to submit data, correct? That functionality we will get with the help of JavaScript. To manipulate data, to make that form user interactable, can be done with the help of JavaScript. So HTML will provide content, CSS will provide decoration, JavaScript will provide functionality to that particular web page. Let me help you with one simple example. What is that example? That example is, suppose Amazon website. This is almost everyone is using Amazon.com for online shopping. There are two types of customers. One is normal customer and one is prime customer. Correct. So normal customers have some different service provided by Amazon. Prime customers is having some different facility provided by Amazon people. Correct. So how that functionality will be provided, or how that particular content will be provided to that particular user, understood? That will be controlled with the help of JavaScript, because user will log in HTML web page of Amazon.com, like say XYZ, then login. So this information will go in somewhere in server will check which type of customer it is, whether it is prime customer or normal customer. According to type of the customer, particular information will be displayed to that user. Also server will hold the information about his previous purchase, cart, payment details, correct? So all this business logic will be done with the help of JavaScript, understood? So this was basic real life example of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. HTML is used to provide content, CSS is used to provide decoration, JavaScript is used to provide functionality to that particular web page. I hope now you have better understanding about what is the exact difference between HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now let's move on. Let's compare HTML, CSS and JavaScript with English language. I am just for understanding purpose, I am comparing HTML, CSS and JavaScript with English language grammar. Okay, just for understanding purpose. In grammar we have nouns, we have adjectives and we have verbs. What is noun? Noun is just a name. Noun is just a name. Adjective is something which gives additional information. Additional information about noun. And verb will talk about action of that particular noun. Correct. So this HTML is nothing but noun. There is no action, there is no extra information, and this CSS is nothing but adjective. Adjective is nothing but will give additional information, special information about that noun, which color is there, which design is there, what is the height, what is the width, what is the length. Correct. That information will be provided by CSS. And verb is nothing but action. It will talk about action. So action will be provided with the help of JavaScript. Additional information like color, length, all those things will be provided with the help of CSS. And only noun, nothing but only particular thing will be displayed with the help of HTML. So HTML will display widgets plus information, nothing but content, and that content will be decorated with the help of CSS, and functionality to that particular HTML and CSS content will be provided with the help of JavaScript. So this was whole story about what is the exact difference between HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and how they combinedly work together to form a web page. I have given technical example. I also have given one real life example in layman language for understanding purpose. I hope those examples helped you to understand what is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now in upcoming session we will learn about HTML, CSS and JavaScript in depth. Thank you so very much for attending this session. Let's meet in another session.